Good morning, traders. This is a live trade video. I'm going to play it out live because I haven't taken a trade yet. It's about 3 minutes until the bell rings. I started the video just a little bit early because I just want a second to get my thoughts together. The last couple of times I started like a minute before the bell rang and found myself doing like impulsive things because I think I just was rushed and I mean, not to blame the video, that's still my fault, but just trying to do everything I can to give myself the best advantage when the market opens. I've got 6 stocks on watch today. They all ran up in the pre-market. Some I traded, or one of them I traded in the pre-market. And the idea here at the open is to look for the first one that gives me a solid like 3-bar play or 4-bar play entry. Or if they don't do that, then I'm going to wait for them to establish a high of day. I don't really care about the pre-market high so much, but because most of them are trading way below, so they're going to be, I guess, doing like a recovery. So yeah, I just want to see like a high of day, and then I want to see them break the high of day and then pull back, and then I'll take my entry on the pullback. So that's the classic ABCD pattern, and breaking the high of day as well. So that's the idea. We've got about a minute and 20 seconds now. So I've got CIDM that I traded earlier in the pre-market. I have a video on that. I took one really aggressive trade at the beginning and it went against me, and I got to stop doing that because it's just not worth it. And then the second entry was much better, and caught a lot of the move. I think my last sell was when it broke back down below this level, and I got in around here, so I caught a lot of that move, but it still wasn't enough to undo my super aggressive trade that went against me. So I think I made about 65% back on the second trade. So lesson learned there. It's not worth it to take those super aggressive entries, because even if they work like 5 times or 10, maybe one time is enough to wipe out all those 5 or 10 times that they worked. So now we're about 20 seconds until the bell rings. And, since I'm looking, if you watched my videos from a few days ago or maybe yesterday, I don't remember, I talked about not taking trades on the watch list. I still think I can do that and do it well, as long as, I have my my entries better planned. Like today, I said I was going to do the 3-bar play thing. That gives me a little bit more time to enter. That'll keep me from jumping into something like really quick just because it's pushing up right at the open. These charts look a little bit weird. Let me switch the time frames, because there should be, black bar right there. So so we're open now. So the earliest I can take an entry is like 9:32 and some change. So just looking for the first 3-bar play setup. See, so these charts start to look weird when the market opens. It's pretty annoying. But I could still spot the 3-bar play, so that's all that really matters. And then my stop loss will be based on the second bar. So the 931 bar is really where I gotta pay attention. So it looks like CIDM. This one's doing a reversal. This is like a perfect 3-bar play here, but it has to break above that 440. So it's either Xbio. It sucks that these are on 2 different pages. Gotta figure this out quick. What I want to do. Okay, CIDM is not going to break it on that candle. And Xbio is also failing. This looks like it's breaking the high of day here, Chris. Cnet just broke the high of day, but I want to let them pull back. There should definitely be an opportunity. Okay, if this breaks 830, that could be a 3-bar play entry. But I'd rather it be heading up toward it during the close of that candle. Let's just keep scanning. We've got time. So Cnet is making a nice run, but I don't want to enter during the run. I want to enter on the pullback. I definitely like Cnet for the pullback. This is too choppy. This is too wide of a stop now. So that's out. Cnet's starting to pull back. Now if it breaks the 310, I could get in. Okay, this is better. I'd rather see a more reasonable pullback and get in for, say, the break of this candle, which is a high of 298 and a low of 287 right now. If it comes back too far, it's no good. CIDM looks like it's ready to break the high of day. Nope. All right, so this is a decent pattern here. The high is, here we go. If I see 299, we get in. Oh, there it is. There it is. See if I can get in there, and then my stop is going to be here at 283. So I'm going to base my 2R off of this candle, which is a high. So it's what, 17 cents? So it's 34 cents. So I need to see 34, let's say 334. And then I want to sell. Let me get to my trade page, because I want to be able to put an order in to sell 90 if it hits at 334. Should have marked out where my stop was first, because coming back to this page is a little bit tricky. See, I could close this with a bracket order, but I want to make it so that, okay, so I said 334, right? So I'm going to sell 90 if it hits that 334, maybe 329 just to, that's a little bit weak-handed, but since that's going to be somewhat of a resistance level, psychological resistance level. You gotta remember my stop. If I see 282, I gotta get out. I'm gonna watch really carefully what it does over that 318 level. It should pop hard, but these topping tails, they're scaring me. I'm starting to feel the weak hands. I want that 2R, but still going. Gotta be strong, gotta be strong. Okay, buyers pushing the price up. I'd love to see it break that new high. Come on, break that 318. If it can't break that 318, damn. That's shorts coming in. Come on, buyers. I gotta hold. Can't keep weak hand in these trades. The statistics show, even if this one fails, even if this one stops out, it's just a bad habit to get into, because all of my data tells me that in the long run I'll be green, even if these fail once in a while, because they don't fail as often as they win. As this one's coming down and failing on me. But this is just one trade. That's the thing. For day trading, you cannot be concerned about winning every single trade, or, you know, just winning the trade you're in. You just have to worry about the big picture. And if you're trading your plan and you're sticking to your strategy, in the end, it should work out. So this is something like where I would have already been out of this trade. And, you know, I don't know where I would have sold half, but I definitely would have sold the other half as it came down to my entry. And yeah, I would have had some green, but a very small amount of green. And what happens is then, like, let's say, for example, the next trade definitely goes against me all the way, and I stop out entirely, then it kills me. Let's see. I gotta get ready to possibly stop out here on this one. Let me just get rid of this. I'm gonna have to get rid of this order. If let's see. Now it's got to get through 283. It has to. I have to see 282. And I may get stopped out by 1 cent, you know, and that if that happens, so be it. But I've got to start sticking to this strategy, because I know it works in the long run. All right, let me cancel that, just because if I got to get out, I can't have that order there. So I need to see 282 to get out. Otherwise, I'm staying in. Whoop. There it goes. I got to get out. Okay. All right. So of course that sucks, but I stuck to my plan. Let's see. So that's breaking the low of day. So I don't really like that anymore. So we can try one more. Okay, it looks like all of these are failing. Except for this one here, which is doing exactly what I want it to do. As soon as it breaks this level, I can get in. This is the perfect ABCD setup here. Even better if it breaks after this candle. I don't really need this right now. Let me get rid of that. This is a beautiful ABCD setup. Here's A, here's B, here's C, and then D is the next run up if it gives it to us. So let me go ahead and put a buy order at 481. Let's see. I feel like I'm not gonna have time. Let me just do it with my hotkeys. 481, I'm in. Gotta see 481. It's probably gonna pop right there. So might get a little slippage, that's okay. It was 480. Where I see it. Come on, get me in. Good, good. 483, that's not bad. And then the low, so 481 to 456. So what is that, 24 cents? So I need to see 48 cents on top of 43. I gotta get my calculator for that. Well, actually 48 cents on top of 481 where I wanted to get in. So 529. To sell 90. Hurry up, come on. Whoops, I need to get rid of these. Almost sure it's gonna hit. Let's see, what's the high of this candle? 533. It should definitely hit that 529. There's my stop. Come on, hit it, hit it, hit it. So choppy right there. Gotta be strong, gotta be strong. There we go. Good, 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 good. Very good. All right, so I only have one left. So either I sell it as it hits my entry, because since I already have a loser, I don't want to risk it going all the way to my stop. Or I can sell it. I could sell it as it breaks the bottom of one of these 1 minute candles. Which this thing is moving up at such a high rate that I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. If this thing gets to 544, it's gonna pop hard. Let's see if it breaks the bottom of this one. What's that, 493? So if I see 492, I should probably get out, yeah. All right, as it goes higher. So, all right, so that was a good trade. I don't think I made up for the first trade. But at least that one was a good trade. I stuck to my guns. I think I got 2R there on the 90%. And I could have just taken all 100%. I would have made more. But this is like to appease myself, that selling 90%, because I think one of the reasons why I didn't like to do the 2R thing earlier on in my trading was, this stupid feeling of, well, what if it goes higher? Like I already sold all my shares. So the way I'm getting around that, because I know the 2R thing works, is I've got that sell 90%. So, all right. So that was a good trade. That's 2 trades for the day, and I'm done because that's all I can take by my rules. So let's see where we're at. We're down $1.30. So I was actually green off of those 2 trades together because I was down $1.70 a second ago from the pre-market. So I actually made 40 cents. So I made more in that second trade than I lost in the first trade. And that's really the idea behind the 1R, 2R thing, selling out at 1R. Let's see here. You just look at those couple of stocks that I took the trade on. So this is my loss here in the pre-market. Now, and this was after 2 trades because I lost a lot on the first trade because a super aggressive entry. So that made like 1R huge. And that's something I got to stop doing, is taking those really aggressive entries, because the 1R was so big that 2R was impossible, and 1R was enough to just put me deep in the red, $4. So then I took a second trade on CIDM and I made a lot back. I made like 275 or 225 on that trade. And then my first trade this morning at the open lost 288. But then that last trade I made 328 on. So I ended up green overall on those 2 trades, but still red on the day because of my pre-market. But it's getting smaller, so we'll see. Let's pull up the spreadsheet here. So now I'm at 501.58. So I made exactly 40 cents after those 2 trades. And I'll do all this stuff later and maybe show you guys in the next video. But if you want to see like the data for my pre-market trades is right here. And I put this one in yellow because it was a really risky entry that I shouldn't have taken. You can see I lost 10% on that one, which is huge. Because if I got like a 10% return, I'd be going crazy. So I shouldn't be taking trades where, when they go against me, I lose 10%. That's nuts. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was the real deal, live trading. At least I was able to stick to my guns and hold to the 2R. Unfortunately, that first one failed. Let me just really quickly look back at that trade. Which one was it under? Was it CIDM or Cnet? Can't even remember now. Cnet. Wow, look at that. Good thing I didn't hold. So, yeah, the only thing I could say about this is the pattern. It's kind of like, it is an ABCD pattern, but it's kind of crappy. But looking back, it looks a little crappy. Like, I think when I entered it, it looked decent. It was on the way up, and then it pulled back, and it broke the high of that candle, but immediately people started selling it, so you got these topping tails, but those didn't form until after I was already in the trade. So, it's just one of those things that they're not always going to work. But if you look at my spreadsheet, that 2R stuff works overall really well. So because look at this. This is if I held all the exact same trades last week to 2R versus what I did. And here this week so far, this is if I held all my trades to 2R versus what I'm doing by managing my trades. So it's clear I need to just hold everything to 2R. And I'm shivering a little bit. It's not the nerves. It's actually kind of cold here. So just so you know. And yeah. So anyway, I think we went over everything. 2R is the way to go. They're not always going to work out. But if I'm taking my stops at 1R and my winners run to 2R, I'll be green in the end. And that's exactly what happened in this session. is I was green overall because my second trade worked out even though my first one failed. All right, guys, I will see you later in the aftermarket. If there's anything good, I'll take a trade, and I'll post the video, win or lose. Take care.